This is the Kwikset 955 keyless door handle, and in this video I'll show you 3 things you need to know for setup: how to install it, how to rekey it to your own key, and how to program a PIN number for keyless entry. And if you need to review any of the main steps I just mentioned, you can skip to the specific chapter found in the description. This lock has Kwikset's SmartKey feature, and you can tell by the tiny opening next to the keyhole. I'm going to install this on my side door, and the first thing to do is to remove the old door handle. This is really easy to do, and it's typically held in with 2 screws. Once it's loose, just pull the handles away from the door. Next, slide the plunger out. At this point, look at the edge of the door and see if it's been chiseled out or it only has a single hole in it. That will determine how the new Kwikset plunger will be installed. It comes with an end plate attached to the latch, but if your door is not chiseled out on the side, then you'll have to use a screwdriver and pry the end plate off. Then slip this collar onto the latch. For me, I can use this part as is, so I'll just insert it into the door with the angled part facing the door frame. On this particular door, I also need to drill 2 tiny holes, but you may or may not have to do this. Here, I'll just secure the latch in place. For this next part, it may be helpful to have another set of hands, but I was actually able to manage on my own. Okay, on the outside of the door, I'm going to insert the wire from the keypad through the main doorknob opening. Then I'll slide this part in until it sits flush. Here, take the short curved metal piece and slide it through the latch assembly on the side closest to the edge of the door. Now grab the other faceplate and take a look at the back. Plug the wire into the receptacle. At this point, slip the faceplate onto the curved metal piece until it sits flat. Next, locate the 2 long screws found in this bag, and use them to secure both parts of the lock together. Now, let's install the handles, and I'll start on the keypad side. When it's seated, it should be flush with the face of the keyhole. Now I need the keys that came with the lock. Insert the key and then turn it clockwise. I need to do this because it actually reveals the set screw under the handle. You actually can't access the set screw without the key. And by tightening the set screw, the handle will be held into place. When done, remove the key. I can now do the same with the inside handle. On this side, the set screw is always accessible, so no key is necessary here. Before moving on, let's check to see if it's tight. Okay, this is looking good because it's not going to come off. Next, let's change out the strike plate. This is optional, but my existing plate is brass, so it doesn't match the nickel finish of the new door handle. But swapping this out is easy. Once this is complete, the physical installation of my new Kwikset door handle is done. For the next steps, I need to install the battery before continuing on. And the nice thing is that there's an included 9-volt battery in the package. When the lock is powered up for the first time, the Kwikset button will be lit up, which means the keypad is ready for programming. For this next step, I'm going to use the SmartKey feature to rekey this lock. To do this, I'll need the keys that came in the box. I'll also need the current key to my house. And I'll also need the included SmartKey tool. First, I need to check to make sure my current house key is compatible. It's a Kwikset key, so there shouldn't be any problem. Now, grab the keys that came with the 955 lock, insert and turn clockwise 90 degrees. With the key still in, fully insert the SmartKey tool into the tiny slot next to the keyhole. Remove the key and then pull the SmartKey tool out in that order. For the final step, I'll just insert my current house key, return it to the center position, and then pull it out. At this point, my Kwikset door lock has been rekeyed. Now, let me show you how to program a pin code for keyless entry. Right here under the battery, there's a tiny program button. To add a pin code, press the program button once. Now press 1, then the Kwikset button. Enter a code between 4 to 8 digits. Then press the Kwikset button again. And now keyless entry with a pin code has been set. And just so you know, when the switch on the inside is pointing up, the door handle is always locked. But when it's flipped to the right, the door will always remain unlocked. Let me show you one more time. When it's locked, you can still move the outside handle, but the latch will not activate. At this point, enter the PIN number or use a key to unlock the door. This particular lock is labeled as commercial grade, so it's designed for maximum durability and security. But I find the beep from the keypad annoying. But luckily it can be muted, and here's how to make the keypad silent. Press the program button once. Now hit 5 and then press the Kwikset button. And now you won't hear any sounds from the keypad. Another thing I found inconvenient is that once the door is unlocked, it'll rearm itself in about 2 seconds. But the good thing is that I can set it to stay unlocked longer. To change the auto lock duration, just press the program button once. Now hit 8 and then the Kwikset button. Here I can enter the number of seconds I want the door to stay unlocked after I enter my PIN code. I'll type in 33 and then hit the Kwikset button again. And now I have a bit more time to reopen the door without it relocking itself immediately. And those are the basics for installing the Kwikset 955 keyless door handle. Before I end this video, here are 2 last tips. As mentioned earlier, to access the set screw for the outside handle, you'll need the key. You can only get to the set screw when the key is turned to the unlocked position. And when it's locked, there's no way to remove the handle because the set screw is hidden for security reasons. Finally, to prevent unauthorized reprogramming of the keypad, you can install a set screw here to stop people from easily removing the battery cover. And the tiny security screw can be found in this bag. If this video was helpful, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all my DIY videos.